Welcome back to the Game or Sleep podcast. As always, I am Harry, and I am here with my two buddies who are trying to make me laugh right now, and I will not do it. Larry and Aaron. Larry, how has your last month been? 3 weeks?
Month? I mean, we did take a little bit of time off, but I died again. You can't tell, but my neck is destroyed right now, and it's not from doing anything bad.
What would be bad?
You're just gonna leave us in the dark with a story like that? Like
Yeah.
my neck got broke. Goodbye.
No, I have no idea. I have no idea what happened. All of a sudden, I had a neck injury a while back from just lifting a little too heavy, and at that point, I just couldn't turn my head left or right. But this time, I don't know what in the world I did. Maybe lifting a few too many mattresses or something like that, and yeah, it's just pinched.
Perhaps we're getting old and you slept on it wrong.
No, I did some lifting recently.
Okay.
I definitely did some lifting recently. So the base of my neck back here is destroyed. It hurts to live, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, I have nothing else really going on. We got to see, I think, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And I've just been playing a ton of Diablo since early access started.
I haven't even touched it yet.
Just straight ahead.
What about you, Aaron? What have you been up to?
Well, I was the reason we delayed a show by a week. I was in Chicago last week. I hung out in Chinatown all day, used a disgusting public restroom 4 times, and saw an amazing concert.
Is that where you got the shirt?
No. This is a Jinja Ito shirt. I went to see Mamamoo, a K-pop group that no one who listens is gonna know.
I could only see part of it.
You don't know that.
This is Japanese, not Hangul. So,
how am I supposed to know that?
He's got a point there, Har. I mean, geez.
Yeah. That scribble looks completely different than the other scribble.
It does, but maybe I'm just aware.
We're in a bunch of different countries now, so you might have just offended someone.
Hey.
Shame. But no, Mamamoo was an amazing concert. Loved it.
It looked fun.
Chinatown is just amazing. I highly recommend it.
Outside of the bathroom that you were talking about.
I mean, it was the only public restroom in the area, which was a public library restroom, which you had to press a button to get buzzed into the bathroom.
Well, I mean, at least you know it's safe.
I mean, yeah.
It is Chicago.
It is Chicago, and it's the only public restroom in the area, because why would anyone want to have a public restroom in that busy of a location? But
just use the streets.
Last time I was ever in Chicago, I did use the street for something. It's not nearly as bad as everybody says, but I mean, we're talking 15 years ago, maybe.
I was in Chinatown. It wasn't even bad. We parked our car, walked 4 blocks, and hung out in Chinatown all day. It was totally fine. It's been way blown out of proportions. But
I went to Chicago for my 21st birthday, and I got absolutely ripped. The next morning, ate a piece of pizza the size of my midsection, and then proceeded to throw myself into a dumpster behind a Burger King and puke.
That's a trip.
And then I played a show later on that night.
This sounds like a blast. But no, the best part of Chinatown was just the food. We got mochi donuts, we got really good boba tea. For lunch we had banchan, which is Korean fried chicken, and then for dinner we had hot pot. So,
you sound like you had a wonderful time.
It was a foodie trip, ended with the concert. Can't really complain.
Absolutely. That sounds so much fun. Sounds like so much fun. English words.
The only thing I really did over that 3-day weekend was finish my bathroom. That took longer than I expected because the paneling wouldn't go together like I wanted it to.
Oh no. You got it though.
Yeah, you said, it should only take 3 hours. Famous last
3
words.
days. 3 days.
That's more than, it's 1 hour per day, right? So within the time frame.
Well, so we started on the first day, and then we ended up going to a fire because it was Memorial Day weekend. So we went over to my in-laws and had a fire. We got up the next day and we tore the floor completely the rest of the way up, cleaned everything up, started laying it, and then I was just lost it on it because it did not want to go together correctly. I would get 2 panels put together and I'd go do the third, and the top one would pop out, and it's was losing my mind.
Yeah. Yep. Those things never go as smoothly as they should.
But we ended up
Always double your estimations at least
we
for
ended up
home improvement products.
having to buy a new toilet because the hardware that connects the toilet to the floor was rusted out. So I
Ugh.
had to like literally break the porcelain to get my old toilet off the ground.
How did your old toilet feel about this? How did it express its feelings towards having to be removed, replaced, and thrown
Must
away?
have felt pretty crappy.
It splashed a whole bunch of water on my floor.
in objection.
Yeah. And then
They didn't say anything about it though, right?
No. If it
All
would have
right.
started talking, I would have been like, bro, just leave me alone. No, but then it sat out on the side of the road until Friday when the trash people came and picked it up.
Hey, listen, don't make fun of them. That's their job.
Yeah.
You don't need to call them trash.
Got him.
But God damn it.
I got him.
So yeah, we got quite a bit of stuff to talk about this week. We got some games that didn't do well and some games that are coming, and some movies that are coming. But
Movies are a thing.
first, let's get into our factoid.
Oh, let's hear it.
Okay. Did you
I
know?
hope you got a goodie for us.
Did you know that before NASA sends anything to space, they have a team of sniffers smell everything before it goes out to space?
Why?
I'll read you the article. It says, at
Yes.
NASA, every detail must be perfect before takeoff, even down to every smell. This is one guy. He's been doing it for like 30 years. Q Chief Sniffer George Aldrich, whose job is to take a whiff of every object about to be sent in space, including books, gear, fabric, toothpaste, pens. Aldrich, whose formal title is chemical specialist, has been a job for over 30 years. Works at the White Sands Test Facility, Sands Test
Words.
Facilities Molecular this corporation desorption and
Didn't
analysis
pre-read the
laboratory.
article, did you?
No, I did. It's just my mind's like, it's like decorporation, no, desorption, and analysis laboratory in New Mexico. He's in charge of toxicity and odor testing.
Okay.
Imagine that's your job.
It's like, hey, bro, does this smell like I can go to space?
I think I'd rather be NASA's test smeller than like Purina's taste tester.
Does this smell like a butt?
Smell my finger takes on a whole new meaning in that job.
That just got that one movie clip up in my head, that one show clip. Hi, Foster.
Not Foster.
Oh, that wasn't Foster?
Nice try.
I thought Foster was the only one left in there. No, but there's this one show where they smell stuff in the dark. He's like, that smells like ass. And it's like, ding. And he's like, oh no, what has my life become?
No. That is so interesting. Like what's the reasoning behind having to
Yeah.
know the smell of things? Is it just to make sure that something doesn't react a certain way in space?
I guess it's okay. What he says here is, I use my sense of smell to help protect the astronauts from obnoxious odors in outer space.
All right.
I guess because they can just
And
go up your nose because there's no gravity.
maybe in a
If there's particles or anything.
higher oxygen environment, smells are more intense.
I guess it's like me and like cheap perfume. If I like smell cheap perfume, it's like instant headache.
Maybe it's to
Well,
prevent
yeah,
stuff
if I smell
that.
certain scents of candle, send my nose running and my eyes watering.
Yeah. So you know what else stinks?
In a lot of games lately. Let's go into it.
Unfortunately, the first one being one I was looking forward to playing, but it turned out to be hot garbage on wheels. Gollum, the Lord of the Rings Gollum game.
Not only was it hot garbage on wheels, but the wheels were square.
Yeah. And it was shaking and leaking all over the place.
And it turns out they actually needed a boat.
So I saw this game. At first, I thought it was going to be free for some reason. I don't know where I saw that it was going to be free, but I thought it was going to be free.
Should have been.
Should have been. Yeah, apparently it should have been. Bad enough for like 24 hours, they took like a 25% discount on the game.
Really? That deep already?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, well, they need to. I don't know too much about this game. The extent of my knowledge on this game in particular, I don't even know who developed it before we started recording the show. The extent of my knowledge was seeing a TikTok video of a guy jumping over a gap, and when he jumped, he missed like sticking the landing, and Gollum hit the side of the whatever he was jumping to, and you just heard this like bonk noise, and it sent the guy that was playing it cackling into laughter. And that alone makes it seem like it would be a fun, like, this game fucking sucks. Let me play this for the laughs type of video
If
game.
it goes free, I'm definitely going to give it a shout, like a shot. Definitely going to be like, hey, let's see. Your cats are like going off.
I'm gonna have to kick him out of the room.
No, they're co-hosts today.
Yeah, they absolutely are. It's okay.
All right. I'll keep him here.
No, but I was looking forward to it, and then like I
Can
saw.
I ask why?
Because I'm a Lord of the Rings guy. Come on.
I am too, but I saw that game and I was just gobsmacked to, out of anything you can make a game out of in this universe, why this?
Because I didn't think it was going to be bad.
But how could it be good?
I don't know. Be the perspective of Smeagol, poor little Smeagol.
Listen, I think the only way you can make a good video game around Smeagol is if you're playing Keep Away with the Ring. And you have like 4 hobbits carrying the ring, passing it off to one another, and Smeagol has to catch them.
Hey, there is definitely Smeagol lore in the Lord of the Rings, okay?
Yeah, and we didn't need a game. The books explained it.
Yeah.
I'm just still like, stealth games are such a niche.
Yeah.
And you have to nail it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I've not seen too much about this game myself. I've just heard how bad it is. But when you go to like the IGN review, one of their biggest bullet points is just, these issues plagued mediocre stealth games 15 years ago.
Yeah. They showed a game from
Yikes.
They showed a game from like 2014 with Gollum in it, a Lord of the Rings game, and the graphics were like yards better than Gollum that just came out.
Yeah,
wow.
It
does look terrible.
I don't get how this happens in this day and age.
Something to me, from what I can remember when I heard about this game, because I remember hearing about it being announced, something screams to me that what we saw when it got announced was much better than the final product that even came out as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sensing a trend.
Bait and switch is back, boys.
Hey.
Yep.
It's gaming for you right now.
It really, really does seem to be, but I'm just at a loss for this game. Like, it's one of the worst reviewed games in ages.
The memes were hot though. The memes were fucking fire.
I've not seen any memes, because the only place I'm getting memes nowadays, honestly, is TikTok, and I'm still like miles deep in Tears of the Kingdom TikTok. So
some of them were pretty NSFW, but they had like a duality system, like choose this or that, and it's like one person put Gollum has to go to the bathroom. What should we do? Go to the bathroom? Shit pants here.
I mean, that seems like what the devs did. So. Womp womp.
I mean, I tend to get my sweet memes from the Gamer Sleep Discord page.
Yeah.
Join it.
Right.
Share memes.
Shameless plug. I'm sorry, everyone.
I mean, they're listening to our podcast.
We're plugging our Discord from our podcast. It's fine. So, speaking of bad devs, and
womp womp.
I think we all kind of saw this coming from a mile away. Redfall devs have put out a statement.
Oh yeah, we're bringing this back from the dead, aren't we?
It's unfortunate, but they put out a statement, and I'm just going to read the title because I don't have the link for it. It says, Redfall devs reportedly hoped it would be canceled or rebooted by Microsoft.
kind of
Yep.
makes more sense why Microsoft then was like, maybe we need to be more hands-on with our studios.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. If I'm not sure to what level, like this could have been, team members versus like a game director, for instance, but it could have been team members that are saying, like, this thing just needs to go. It's not from a studio that is used to making this type of game.
No.
So more than likely, like, you got people who are like, listen, we're used to making single player games. If you're not making a single player game, we're gonna go. We're gonna leave. People will leave the studio. People are not into making that type of game, and then Microsoft just lets it lie
Yeah.
the way it is. Like, no, money. We need to do it. It's a shame. It's a shame to hear that, and man, does that like hurt my heart.
See, the thing is with it, me and you, I don't know if you've played it, Aaron, but me and you have played it, Larry. I've been jumping.
I deleted it.
I've been jumping in and out of it the last month, and I finally, like the other day, deleted it where I couldn't take it anymore because the glitches and stuff were getting so bad.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it's just, it really upset me because that's one of the games I was looking forward to.
I mean, that's the shame. During the Xbox showcase that it was unveiled, it had such a strong showing and such a strong style that it got a lot of people excited for it. And honestly, they probably had an unveil that was not evident of the quality of the actual game. Like the unveil made it sound like the game was a bigger deal than what it was being made into by the development team.
And it could have been.
Absolutely.
Like, I definitely get the vibe that Microsoft was trying to build it up to be their next AAA title, and the developer's like, but we're like AA, dude. Like, what are you doing? Like,
we're batteries, dog. We're AA.
They were telling them this game's not good. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. You got this. You got this, man. Go ahead.
We have faith in our development team.
Yeah.
Like I gave it a month to really see if they would like try and fix any of the issues, but it just didn't go the way I thought it was going to go.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it was an enjoyable experience in the beginning, despite like the big troubles that the game had, but it's not something that was enough to keep me going back. Like,
no,
there's other things. Like, I'm totally invested in Diablo IV.
I was gonna say,
there's no prying me away at this point.
I mean, this year has just been so heavily loaded with amazing games for everyone. Like, if you play games, a game in your favorite genre has come out this year or is coming out this year to be very excited about.
Yeah,
it's hurting my wallet.
I just can't wait. I just can't wait for you guys to jump in to be able to play together. Because, listen, a friend of the show, Powder, is playing, and if you go back to that episode, he had never played a Diablo game, and he wasn't even interested in it, and he's playing. Yeah, that's right, Gospod clan. We got to be taking on some world bosses.
I might end up buying it.
I'm definitely gonna buy it.
Let's do it.
I'm just not giving the extra $20 for 4 days of play. Like, I'm good.
Yeah. Am I hijacking? Am I good to hijack and talk about Diablo?
Go for it. Go. We can spin off.
All right. So, I am so impressed by this game. Like, I love Diablo 3. And looking back in Diablo 3, this is like, to me, like night and day. It doesn't change too much about the formula of Diablo games. So anybody who enjoys that experience already is not going to lose anything. But it tweaks just enough. Graphically, it's beautiful. It's just so incredible. I'm playing right now as a rogue, which goes against what I thought I was going to do. First and foremost, I thought I was going to go druid. And my rogue, I'm doing like this subterfuge build. So it's heavily geared towards making foes vulnerable, hitting them with slow, and then poisoning them, and then dealing crit. And it's just so satisfying. Like throwing poison, at them while setting poison traps, and then the vulnerability just melts enemies. Like, and I had to play around with it. I'm glad that we can respec really easily in the game too. So like I'm respecing. I've respec'd a couple of times just because I'm like, I don't like the way this is feeling, and it's like only a couple gold to be able to respec entirely and just redistribute all your
Mhm.
points.
See, that's nice.
Yeah, so super easy to kind of like you're not stuck. You didn't screw up your character. You're good to go. I'm not touching a lot of the customizing until I'm much later um in the build because like early on it's not worth socketing, it's not worth upgrading weapons, things like that. Um just because you're going to get a better weapon later on down the
Right.
line, you know? So, that's how I feel. I mean, give me your thoughts on like what you would do with Diablo. Have you thought about what class you'd go into, or you're Barb, right?
That's what I mainly played in Diablo 2, and I played when on the first beta test. I just bought the game, by the way. So, finally happened. Finally bought it. I'll be playing Tuesday. But I'm leaning towards Necro as my start. Necro or Druid, because I want to feel something different. And
Okay.
Diablo 3, my main class was Crusader, and they don't really have anything to fit that vibe at this point. Maybe they will in an expansion down the road get some kind of like Paladin-esque character. But
Yeah, yeah.
because that seems
I
like
loved Crusader.
one archetype is missing right now is the Holy Warrior.
Hmm.
But definitely gonna play some Necro, definitely gonna play some Druid.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
excited to get into it. I just have so much going on right now, game wise, like life wise, that I really didn't want to give an extra $20 to play for an extra 5 days. Like it wasn't worth it to me.
Right.
And
No,
I'm
understandable.
super excited about Diablo, but I'm really kind of burnt out on battle passes. Like, why is there a battle pass in Diablo?
Oh yeah, I feel you on there.
I honestly haven't found that yet.
It's in there. If you buy the highest edition of the game, they give you a free battle pass. I'm kicking the cats out of here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so far I haven't seen it. But Harry, what like if you're going to jump into Diablo, have you given any thought to what class you'd
I
go
haven't
into?
really thought about it. I probably I'm gonna think. I don't know. Maybe.
All right, so you got your barbarian, as we know. You got your necro.
Yeah.
You've got sorcerer, sorceress, rogue, and
I'd
druid.
probably end up going druid. Honestly.
It's a new feeling class to me.
It doesn't
You know,
feel.
they brought the necro back, but
Does Druid feel? Did you play much Diablo 2?
Yeah.
not much
All
myself.
right, so I'm wondering how the Druid feels compared to that Druid. So that's what I'm curious about. But
I mean, if so, I played druid in the server slam, and enjoyed the whole transformation aspect.
right,
I don't know if in Diablo 2 you get that the
Werebear,
same way.
Werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it might be very similar then. There's there's the transformation aspect, but then there's also earth builds. So like you're using the ground, you're using like earthquake style stuff. And, then there's a storm one as well. So that's lightning and wind.
All right.
So you can kind of take your builds and kind of mix them a little bit if you wanted to. Like you could do a werebear with some storm elements to it, or you know put the pulverize abilities from werebear and combine it with earth powers. That kind of compound and really complement each other. It's really, I feel like it's so much, I guess maybe more fleshed out, or maybe I'm just appreciating it more than I did in Diablo 3. How the builds are working out and how much there is to them.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like it's more fleshed out than like even going into Paragon levels, which I'm not there yet, but reading into it, it just seems like there's so much more thought into the end game.
Right.
Not just this early level
Well,
stuff.
Diablo 3, the end game was very much by the seat of their pants. Like the end game that we got at the end of Diablo 3 doesn't even exist in base game. Like there wasn't
Right.
bounties, there wasn't adventure mode, there wasn't any of
Mhm.
that, let alone seasons with new set bonuses and set challenges and all that.
Yeah,
But
agreed.
so it's hard to say, I mean, where this is going to go, but the fact that they already have all of that base from Diablo 3 just to build upon, because
Mhm.
Paragon levels are back and everything, is going to be
Yeah.
really interesting to see how
Yeah.
it develops over time, especially with this being portrayed as kind of a live service game, seeing other like world events, play with your friends, like challenges.
Oh yeah.
and
Like running
battle
around in the world.
passes.
Running around in the world, there's other players that are just running around that can join in and just start fighting, and they just go their separate ways.
The
Like I came across a fortress, and I had to clear out the enemies at the fortress, and there was just one dude was sitting within the range of things without fighting, just to get the event done. So I just emoted at him like thanks, and then somebody else ran in and just whirlwinded through it with me, and
Heck yeah.
emoted like hello, and I just said thanks again and ran
I,
off, and that was that. It was really cool.
I like the hop. I
That
like the
happened.
hop in, hop out like friend multiplayer thing they got going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. Like so far, I mean, super neat.
Yeah, like me and Aaron were watching somebody play, and he had a friend hop in. And I was like, and hop out. I was like, there's not a lot of games that do that where you don't have to like lobby surf to pick up a friend. You know.
Party up, press social button, add friend to party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
hmm I like the character models are beautiful.
Oh, this game is gorgeous.
If you look side by side, like Diablo 3 to Diablo 4, and you look at the textures, you look at how much it's changed. Like kudos to the team.
I mean, I'm glad it's changed because, man, I'm trying to even think. I feel old. Say about when did Diablo 3 release?
2012.
Oh, all right. So it's a 11-year-old game. I would hope things look
Yeah.
a lot better, but
Oh, sure, absolutely. I mean, much different hardware, stuff like that.
It is
But
definitely a company or a developer that takes pride in their work and is not trying to just push something out.
that team at least, yeah. Because developer, well, we have Overwatch 2
Well,
to
yeah.
talk about. Wait, Overwatch 2, huh? News there too, but
Yeah, that team. I would say that
right.
team over developer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because Blizzard, unfortunately, is kind of spotty now, but the Diablo team seems to have their heads on straight. Except I'm still put off by the battle pass, but because it just seems so like this isn't Fortnite, this isn't Overwatch, this isn't Warzone. Why is there a battle pass here?
Diablo Battle Royale.
What I'm so confused by is I want to look for it actually, because there is a shop, and at the current time, like you go in the shop, there's cosmetics, there's add-ons, and then platinum. So I guess that's where you get your currencies, so you can buy cosmetics. The add-ons section right now just has the upgrade to the Ultimate Edition and a Crypt Hunter mount at the moment. And otherwise, you have recommended cosmetic items for Barbarian, Druid, Necromancer, Rogue, Sorcerer, and then cosmetics for your horse. Horse armor is still a thing these days.
All right. I was
So I don't see anything for the battle pass.
Well,
There's the social tab has nothing.
That drop with full game.
From what I'm looking at, it says you have to
Yeah.
complete the base game to unlock the battle pass. So,
Okay. All right.
But I'm starting to
makes
relax about it a little bit because apparently it's free to everyone. 27 tiers are free. It's $10 for an extra 63 tiers, and there's only going to be 4 of them a year. It's a quarterly thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, all right, that's a little bit better than a monthly or 60 days or.
Yeah. I don't feel so bad about it because like in the same way that other like service type games that are always online, things like that, provide different types of content. It seems like they're really thinking through what they want to do for folks to be able to stay a community and provide fun things for people to come back to. So if you enjoy this title, you're going to find yourself saying, you know what, I want to give some money to this because it gives me X, Y, or Z that makes my role-playing experience that much more, unique to me.
Right. I guess I'm overly concerned with the oversaturation of this business model to the point of I already buy Overwatches. I can't justify buying Overwatches and Diablos. Oh, then my buddies want to play Fortnite. Am I going to buy the Battle Pass for that too?
Hell yeah.
Like then
Mhm.
I'm down to like $30 for services for games.
Just make your buddies buy it for you. Harry, buy him the battle pass.
But
We-
give me some V-Bucks.
We can just
please.
we can just do a little round robin and buy the battle pass for the games we like for our friends.
That to get them to play. Like, all right, I bought you guys the battle pass for Overwatch. You need to play with me.
Guilt free because you're buying it as a gift for someone,
Mm-hmm.
and now you have friends, whether they want to be your friend or not.
God damn it.
No,
Verbal
but-
contracts. They get you every time. But no, so maybe I'll be more, but honestly, but part of me is also like, do I care about cosmetics in Diablo?
Maybe.
Do I?
That's the tough part. That's the tough part. It's like if there was something that you really saw that you were like, yeah, you know what, I love the style of this for this character. It just speaks to you. Maybe if it's part of something that has so much good stuff in it that it's worth it. But I feel you. I kind of feel the same way in terms of I don't feel the pull to do that. Unless this was my number one game that was like, listen, I go in, I'm PvP, I'm PvE, I'm, you know, this is what I want to do to be able to like show off.
Right.
Okay, maybe.
So-
Right.
And there's gonna be people that do that.
I'm just asking for a Smokey the Werebear skin.
Like the Mountie hat and everything.
See, if they got, but see that, I don't know if they'll ever go goofy with it like that, because that's what people gave Diablo 3 such a hard time on, is being too bright and colorful.
Just complete your boss
Yeah.
and just start flossing on kids.
It's like Master Chief with the cat ears. Like, people aren't happy. Like,
Yeah.
but still, I don't know. Maybe I'm just harping on it, but like the fact, like I pay for Overwatch's battle pass, but Overwatch is a free to play game.
So what is the drama going on with Overwatch right now? You brought that up, and you've piqued my interest.
They've canceled their entire PvE mode.
Yes.
That was the biggest announcement part of Overwatch 2. That was like, oh, single player game modes with talent trees and progression and squad games and co-op missions and story missions. And now it's like, nah, we're not doing that anymore. You'll still get some of the PvE stuff during seasonal events. It's like, no, you guys already gave us a tough pill to swallow saying we're ending Overwatch 1 for reasons, and here's why, the PvE. And now they're like, JK, never mind.
It's such a flip flop.
We're ending Overwatch 1 to give you Overwatch 1.
Pretty much with one less tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also I get it, and I also respect that team for being like, guys, we've tried for 3 years, we can't make it a good game. We're not putting out a subpar product.
Yeah.
Which should have happened with Redfall.
Which should have happened with games like Redfall or Gollum. Let's be honest. Like, it should have been looked at like, this is a shit game. It'll hurt our reputation more to put it out than it will make us money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Blizzard... And
Yep.
Blizzard's done this before. They always have. Like, if anybody remembers StarCraft Nova, it was going to be an N64 first-person shooter where you played as a Terran Ghost, which was a stealth sniper game. They canceled it after like 5 years of work.
It sounds like you were really, really excited for that and it let you down.
I mean, it didn't... I was excited for it, but back in the day when Blizzard was an independent company, I was a big fanboy. Because I played StarCraft, I played Warcraft, I played Diablo.
Yeah.
I used to like, that was like one of the big releases. If like Blizzard game was coming out,
Yeah.
me and Aaron were like, oh, hey, this is coming out. It's like, awesome, let's go, let's play.
Yeah. Blizzard games were a big deal back in the day, and now they're just like any other studio.
Give me your money. You'll get what you get.
Yeah.
You get what you get and you don't get upset.
I mean, at least Blizzard at this point still has held to their laurels of it'll be out when it's ready.
Mm-hmm. I do
They
like
don't
that.
put- They don't put games out early. They don't put games out that are horribly unpolished or glitchy. When a game comes
Yeah,
out, it runs.
Listen, I know it's in early access right now, just a couple days ahead of its full release, but I've had no issues with Diablo 4.
Right.
And I remember error 37 or whatever it was from Diablo 3.
Server issues aside, because that's a new game launching with online components, server issues.
Mhm.
But gameplay issues?
Yeah.
No.
No, it's I can't say that I could be happier with any other title at the current time that I could possibly get my hands on. And I wasn't even crazy excited about this well before. Like, when did the bug bite me? Like, just 2 podcasts ago,
Yeah. Yeah, just about
where I
then.
was really like, "Yep, I'm
Which
excited."
caught me off guard because I never thought you were a big like Diablo person, but like then you start getting excited about 4. I'm like, all right.
Yep. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I'm hoping the bug bites me because I'll be honest, I'm not super amped to play it right now, but maybe it'll bite me once I get in there. But
I mean, I'd like to play together is what I'd want to do. Like,
right.
I do like to play it solo. I like to enjoy it myself too, because I don't like sprinting through it necessarily. But
No.
I I think it'll be a fun conversational game. Like, we're horsing around, like, ooh, look, shiny stuff. That kind of thing would be
I
fun.
mean, I hope it gets to the point, and it probably will, but Diablo is always also, it's a solo game, it's a good podcast game. It's like, nah, I'm going to put a podcast on, I'm going to play this game, focus more on the
Yep.
podcast, but have a
Geo
good time.
Right.
GOS does Diablo 4.
What?
That's right. Oh yeah, Aaron's talking about listening to a podcast while playing.
No, I was
Mhm.
I picked that up. I was just saying like we could do like a GOS does Diablo 4.
According
Oh yeah.
to my BattleNet app, Larry is currently in Diablo 4 on the character select screen, but he is.
I am not. I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh.
Yeah, it's just sitting up on the screen in
It's
front
like
of me.
it's so
and
pretty. I
just-
can't wait to get off and play.
It's just chilling. Yeah, like it's just hanging out. But that's like I'm an early morning player, so like I know Aaron, you'll probably be asleep in that early morning phase, but Harry, you're still awake for a while.
Define early morning.
So, like 6 a.m.
Nope.
Well,
Yeah, you're dead to the world at that
come
point.
September, you guys are gonna lose me in the mornings.
Are you going to first shift?
Going to days finally.
But you.
They said you've been hurt before.
Yeah, but I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt this time. Hopefully,
You've done it before.
it's either going to be September or January. So I mean,
That's a big difference.
I'm hoping
It's either going to be this year or
huge.
next
That's
year.
huge weight.
I'm hoping for September, but I'll take January if I have to.
They're like, Harry, you know what? We value you so much. It's either going to be this year or next year that we're going to give you a shift that is, real nice.
See, I could go to first shift right now, but I'll lose my shift bonus. And,
See, I'm taking the bite because like I can't go to seconds. Like I would never see my kids really if I went to seconds.
I mean,
Oh, because
yeah.
you'd be getting done in the evening.
Yeah, they'd be
I
asleep
have
by the
no
time I got
children.
home. But first shift, I get to pick my kids up from school, do all the like cool dad stuff, then come home and be tired instead of come home and be cranky that I have to go to work while I'm tired.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been on second for 13 years now, so it doesn't really bug me at this point. It's just a way of life.
I've been third shift since since I was working since 18. Since I left the good old T-Bell, I went 2 factories and always been third shift.
You need to write a memoir about working at T-Bell.
I can't remember half of it honestly. Too much green stuff.
Cocaine's a hell of a
Too much
drug.
green stuff in my diet.
Too much devil lettuce. Shame. It was prevalent in that workforce,
Yes, it was.
especially on the closing shift.
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine.
I mean, come on, it's talkable. Everyone coming through the drive-through past midnight is already on it. So why shouldn't the workers be?
Absolutely, it's either that or like that was like the drinking food of choice years ago.
Mhm.
Like it was either let's go to McDonald's for your double quarter pounder with cheese because you're like blasted drunk and you need something to absorb it all, or you're getting some cheesy gordita crunches and a case of beer or something like that from Taco
Maybe
Bell.
it was a thing in our region, but our drunk go-to restaurant with friends was always IHOP.
Yeah. You get your one sober friend to drive everybody.
Then you go have a copious amount of pancakes.
See, we have diners out here out in Jersey. So like you'd go to a diner that would be open all night and you could just get a cup of coffee and French fries and just sit forever.
That's the vibe. That is the vibe.
Yeah.
But I was going to say one story that was the funniest story from someone who definitely was smoking when I worked at Taco Bell was they came through the drive-thru. It was like 1 a.m. Ordered a single order of cinnamon twists. That's fine and dandy. Came through 5 more times ordering a single order of cinnamon twists. Like 5 minutes apart from each other.
Did they just forget that they ordered
No, what
them?
I'm gonna guess is that they ordered one because it sounded good. Parked in the parking lot, ate it. Was like, oh crap, I could use some more. 5 times.
I think I'll eat it now.
It was hilarious.
No,
though.
that's yeah, they did that on purpose.
Sitting
Their
there.
eyes were so bloodshot. I was in drive-through that night.
People ordering food, and you're just like, oh, that sounds fire.
Yep. I mean, that was the secret benefit of working at Taco Bell is asking if you can make food, and you just make whatever the heck you want. Not a real item, just
Yeah.
you have the entire board of food to get creative.
Yeah,
with.
you're just doing the secret menu.
You want to deep fry a burrito, make a chimichanga, go for it.
3 pound grilled stuffed burrito.
Screw it. Cover it in red sauce and cheese and put it in the steamer and have an enchilada. All right. Good times.
No way. Couldn't do it. Couldn't be me.
We got a little bit off track, fellas.
We always do. It's kind of our way.
Folks, this has been your weekly Taco Bell podcast. Thank you for joining us. We will see you on the next one.
We could just start a segment called the Taco Bell Tangent. We got
Oh, yeah.
alliteration and everything.
Yeah. Where did we leave off? We were state of
Battle
play.
passes.
State of play.
I was glowing about Diablo 4 is where we left off.
Yeah. We were talking about Diablo IV. Sorry, everyone.
How'd Diablo 4 go
Gushing,
to
excuse me.
Taco Bell?
I don't know.
How
be
did we
honest
get
with you.
there?
I want to.
I blame Aaron.
I want to
That's
listen.
fair.
No, it was you. It was you, Harold. You were the one that brought up Taco
I
Bell.
know I brought it up, but I want to know how. I'm gonna have to listen and see how we got to this point.
This is how conversations go with the Gospod.
Boys.
If we get back into it with the state of play, guys, you guys want to do that?
Oh, yeah. There's some stuff
Sure,
I'm
why not?
excited there for.
Sorry, I have to open up a browser page that has no dark mode because they have no chill.
Yeah, you're definitely lit up right now. Like cue the noise.
There's some
So-
good stuff here. I know a lot of people were disappointed by this, but I don't understand it. I don't.
It looks pretty decent to me.
I mean, I guess I could see the disappointment if this was Sony's E3 level showcase. Not just another state of play, but this is their big summer unveil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I could kind of see
There were a
it.
lot of people. Yeah, there were a lot of people giving off some hate vibes for the state of play. I guess expectations were through the roof because of Xbox's like just recent folly with games not turning out so great. So there's this big hype to be able to hate on the other company by comparison.
Mm-hmm.
And although there's some really cool titles that have been, I guess, reintroduced, obviously we knew about things like Spider-Man 2. We knew about, other titles that are in here. It escapes me because I don't have the list in front of me. And because of that, there were a lot of folks that just decided like this state of play was crappy because we already knew about a lot of this stuff. But we got gameplay from Spider-Man 2 that was outstanding.
looks so
looking.
much
Like
fun.
introducing the symbiote suit in, fantastic. That's like it brings me back. I love that you can swap with one button click between Miles Morales and Peter Parker, which is really
And
neat.
with Sony's loading technology on the PlayStation 5, it's going to be pretty dang instant. Like,
Yeah.
Switch.
Harry, you got me that $4.99 PS5, right?
I almost went out and bought it myself.
There you go. Do it. Join the family.
Maybe.
But
So tempting.
I have to get more tonsils taken out, so we'll see.
How many tonsils you got?
32.
I had my own taken out, and now I have had one spare set for my child and another spare set for my other child that's coming out in July.
Are you pickling them?
No.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
don't
weird
even-
question to
Yeah.
They
ask.
used to do that back then. Like I specifically remember when I got my tonsils taken out when I was 5. I got to take them home in a jar, and I busted the jar open, and they were on the floor in my bedroom. I remember that.
You left them there, didn't you? You put a dresser over them and say nothing happened.
No, I know because okay, this is one of my like first memories. You know, like when your brain first pops into consciousness, and it's like. It's one of my first memories of my mom coming in there like gagging because she's picking up my tonsils and broken glass.
Oh my god. She's picking up pieces of you.
Oh no.
See,
Okay,
I
all right.
I do remember that too, though, because I had my adenoids removed when I was a kid, and I remember seeing them in a little jar.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I got to keep them.
They don't let you
But-
take stuff. They don't let you take medical waste home anymore.
I got to take my wisdom teeth home.
Well, I mean, that's a tooth. That's a solid. I'm sure if you got like a
Are you saying they don't allow you to take home soft tissue samples?
soft tissue.
Dude, they were like this big, like root and all, like you hold them in your hand, shake them, and throw them like bones.
What a tangent. We're off again. Sony State of Play. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man looks awesome.
Yeah, Spider-Man was the big thing out of that whole entire thing. But it like you had some good points there, Ar.
Yeah, like Metal
About
Gear
other
Solid
titles that were
remake
great.
sounds awesome. The new Assassin's
Mhm.
Creed got shown off.
Alan Wake 2 release date.
Alan Wake 2 got its release date. We got like
Mhm.
Talos Principle 2, which a lot of people like. Talos Principle was unveiled. I mean, the next Bungie game got unveiled. We got a new trailer of Dragon's Dogma 2.
Mm-hmm.
Revenant Hill, if you're a Knight in the fans would, a new game from them is huge. Like, I feel like there's a lot here, and we haven't even touched on like PlayStation's new quote unquote handheld. That looks interesting to me.
They got another one.
Bleh.
Uh,
It's not a handheld.
is-
It's just a Wi-Fi streaming device.
Okay.
Yes, it is a tablet with a PlayStation controller attached to it, but I see the use case for people like me. Like, I want to play God of War. My girlfriend wants to play something else on her Switch or wants to watch something, and I can keep playing PlayStation.
That's true.
I guess it depends on the cost.
If it's my thing is, and a lot of people have said this, if it's under $200, all right, I can see it. That would be reasonable.
$150?
Yeah, if it was like 150, 179, 199, all right. But if it's $249, I'm out
right.
because it's not
Yeah, it's not worth it at that
because
point.
it's just a streaming device. It doesn't have any like massive processor, GPU. Like, it's got a really good
yeah,
Wi-Fi
you're not
chip.
taking it out with you either.
No, it's for in-house only. I don't think it can even work if it's not on the same network as your PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's literally so you could watch a movie and play your PlayStation with one TV.
Isn't that how like
Mhm.
what is it? The streaming app, the streaming service for Xboxes. You have to be on the same
Yeah.
network.
Yeah. And you can already do that.
No, you could be outside
Okay, I
of the
didn't know if that
network.
was network.
I mean, and here's the thing, maybe you can take that thing with you because Sony's had remote play since the Vita,
yeah.
and that works on outside networks fine.
That's possible.
And if this is
It
just
could work as long as you're on
and if
Wi-Fi.
this
Yeah.
is just a really nice, convenient remote play device, that's kind of cool because let's be honest, yeah, I could do it on my phone, but then what? I'm gonna carry a DualShock in my backpack. I'm gonna carry a phone. I'm gonna carry a mount for the phone and the DualShock. It's a little much.
That's in my opinion one of the L's of the Microsoft company. They're like, "Oh, our reaction to a handheld device is here's a little thing that holds your phone that looks like that has controller buttons on it."
I
Have
mean,
that.
like the
What, the backbone?
backbones are cool.
Not
Don't get
at
me
the
wrong.
price.
Backbone's not created by them.
Well, it's not at that price. But I mean, that's works with Game Pass.
Right, right. But
Mhm.
Microsoft has never really been big on the handhelds. They never really tried a Xbox portable.
Mhm.
Never really seemed to have it.
And they shouldn't.
I
I'd
mean,
be
you saw
about
I
it.
went for PlayStation twice. So,
Yes.
They have no need to. They have the Steam Deck.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, especially with like we talked about it last time, the Asus ROG Ally. I mean, yeah, put Microsoft app on that. Use Game Pass on that.
Yep.
All right. There.
See, my only gripe, for instance, like Backbone, like I was interested in getting one. I have just like a standard like iPhone 12 Pro. It's such a tiny screen that if I want to play anything on there,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
have it like this close to my face. You know what I mean? So it's too small. And I thought to myself, like, I would use it. I would use that legitimately, but too
If you
small.
want to be
For
a
me-
mobile gamer, you have to go Android there, buddy.
I mean, no, you don't at all. But I'm just saying, even as someone who has the Mac-sized iPhone,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play games like that on it because my phone's too important for the rest of my life. If that dies because I wanted to do one more boss in God of War, and now I don't have my phone, well, that's kind of a problem. My phone's
and
dead
that's.
because I played a game. Now, crap.
Are you talking like you lost the battery and now you can't get your Uber or something
Yeah,
like that?
or just anything.
Is that what
Like
you're
my
talking?
phone's dead now. I don't have a phone until I make it home or near a charger because I wanted to play video
Yeah.
games. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a pass-through charger on them, so it can be charging while that's connected.
true, but I was gonna say I always seen stuff like the back one be like, play on your commute, play on your break at work.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like to me, it's like I would use it for the sake of like I want to be on my couch, not using the big TV and not sitting at my desk.
And that's probably the true intention. I just don't have that mindset, I guess. Like,
Yeah. But I mean, like I'm lucky enough where I could take my phone to work, have the Backbone on it. I take my break and I could sit down and play something for a few minutes, put it down, and then charge my phone at work. That's my
yeah,
situation.
and
Not everybody has that.
yeah, I can charge my phone at work too. So I'm really am just picking the pick.
I don't
Know.
I don't think I could handle that distraction outside of my house, like video gaming.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I like to be present when I'm outside of my house. Like, if I'm gonna like go off in these worlds that I would like love playing in, then I want to be at home where I'm comfortable. It's not like, oh, I'm walking down the street and I get hit by a car because Ragnarok.
yeah. But so I think
Okay.
it's interesting. I could see it being something cool if the price is right. But we also got what Final Fantasy 16, another hype game this year that
Yep.
I can't wait to get. Got their story.
That's probably your most anticipated, right?
Yeah, it's kind of why I'm a little burnt out on new game releases because it's like, all right, so what, this month alone I can play Tears of the Kingdom, Street Fighter 6, Diablo 4, and the new Final Fantasy.
Tears of the
Good
Kingdom.
luck. Good luck
Oh,
playing all those.
you're gonna be super busy. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, but then surprise.
I put down
Oh, go for it.
I put down Tears of the Kingdom.
You
Sorry.
put it down already.
Mhm.
For shame.
Put old Yeller down.
Good dog while it worked.
Maybe not forever, but come on now. I'm in the menu system for Diablo 4.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I feel you
Yeah.
on that.
Have you beat Resident Evil 4 yet, or is that kind of falling off for you too?
I didn't beat it yet. No.
I was-
I was only playing it during stream, and I haven't streamed.
Right, because I was gonna say we also got announced Resident Evil 4 VR for PlayStation VR 2. Kind of cool. 7 and 8 were cool in VR.
Are either of you like really tied to VR at all? And how do you think the whole VR, let's say, ecosystem is doing as a whole?
Well, we've got 2 major announcements coming up for new VR devices, so
But it doesn't mean
I
it's.
guess they're doubling down.
You can double down, but I mean, we're still in the infancy of VR.
oh, for sure. Like this is it's still too heavy. Still has too many wires. Still has too much lag. Still puts off too much heat.
So
They've got a lot of issues to work out still.
at this point, you're gambling on a non what's what I'm looking for, a future that is not set in stone.
Yeah. Everything could change. Could have a new piece of technology come out that totally obsoletes everything before it
Mm-hmm.
in a heartbeat.
To play devil's advocate, I mean, tomorrow's never promised.
Yeah.
I mean, true too. So if you have interest in it, play it while you can. Enjoy it now. Go get a PlayStation VR 2 or a new MetaQuest 3 that's coming out this year.
Who knows?
So
Elon could release the Neuralink, and that has like a gaming space in your brain that you kind of just go into.
Oh god, next thing you know, it's Cyberpunk.
Isn't Neuralink the thing that's killed like 15,000 monkeys? Just saying, like, it's
Well,
killed some animals already. I'm
yeah.
not too hype about getting that in my head.
Yeah, I mean, when it stops killing monkeys, it might be better.
I would hope.
Yeah. Yeah, I would hope so too. I don't know too much about it myself, so.
I don't know either. I just see headlines occasionally like, hey, it got approved for this trial after this many deaths of animals. It's like, oh god. Here we go.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yes.
So Meta Quest 3.
This is
What do we know?
what do we know is it's better in every single way compared to the two, as tech tends to be, but what they said it's 30% thinner, it's lighter, it's got higher resolution, it's got faster refresh rate, it's got bigger field of view.
So
it's just better in every way. Color pass through cameras, so if you do need to go to pass through mode, it's not black and white anymore.
Okay.
So are they doing this to make a better experience for those people who can't afford the Meta Quest Pro?
I mean, the MetaQuest Pro is a different device altogether. That seems, honestly, the MetaQuest Pro seems more towards like industrial and enterprise work than gaming.
I can see
So
that
I've
there.
always kind of seen that because the high-end gaming headsets are the ones that attach to PCs, because no matter what you do to a headset at this point, it's going to be not powerful enough to play AAA games with nothing else. We can't do it yet. So, but the MetaQuest 3 just seems like another entry level, but much, much better than the two standalone VR headset.
What I've seen with the MetaQuest is people get into it and they're really into it for like the first 6 months, and then all they do is chill out in VR chat.
I mean, that's VR's problem right now. There's no killer app. There's nothing to be like, this is the must play. This is the keep going play. It's, oh yeah, this is fun.
Right.
This is cool. It's a good experience. I'll play it till I'm done, and then I'm not going to play it again.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I think there's even statistics that like 80% of VR headsets that have been bought aren't in use regularly anymore. Because
It's a novelty.
at this point, yeah. Because of all the issues I've already talked about. They're still heavy. The battery life's not great. The cables are annoying.
They cause nausea.
To some people, that's gotten a lot
Some
better,
people, yeah,
actually.
it's gotten, but it's still like that's still a part of the market that will not be able to go into it because of the motion sickness they get from it.
But
Oh,
it's just it's still at a point where it's enough of a hassle where it's almost off-putting. Like, I think it was Dan Riker who said it somewhat recently on one of the multitude of podcasts he's on. Is like, yeah, I'm playing Gran Turismo 7 and it's fun and I'm chilling with it. And I see my VR2 headset over, like, I could play that mode, but then I'd have to get up, hook it up, put it on, get situated,
First world problems.
set it up, and I'm just not in the mood for that hassle right now.
Mhm.
It's too much of a hassle to make something you do regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd want to pick up my VR headset and have it like suction to my face like Jim Carrey in The Mask.
Well, with the and that's what the MetaQuest does well, though. The MetaQuest, you just bring it out, turn it on, put it on, done. But with like the ones attached to PCs and consoles, it's nope, plug it all in, set it all up, launch the programs.
You have to get a pulley system hung up so you're not running over the cord all the time.
Yeah, it's just there's more to it, and I understand it being like, once we're completely wireless from like, even like if you get a computer one and you don't need wires connecting it to your computer, maybe we're starting to get somewhere.
Hey, let's just do the Matrix, where you stab a 3/8 input in the back of my head, and I go in there mentally. Okay.
So you want full dive VR, like you are laying in a bed and you can.
If I want to go eat some food somewhere and taste that food, I want to like enjoy it. You know. Like,
I'm gonna say this right now. If we get to the point of like full dive VR, it will destroy our society.
And it's only going to cost you 30,000 monkeys.
I mean, I would say find a book called Ready Player One and read that.
I mean, heck, remember back in the day when World of Warcraft was the biggest game in the world and people were getting arrested for not feeding their children?
Well, I mean,
So
Each.
imagine if you could just truly be turned off to the entire outside world and in a game.
Each fandom has their worst.
True.
And people have like sent like pipe bombs to people's houses over Call of Duty.
I mean, yeah. Or cut power to their houses so they could get their warships in Eve.
Mhm.
Like,
People get real intense about the things they like. That's for
and
sure.
there's nothing wrong with that when it's within legal bounds.
Yeah.
Right. But one of these days, oops, sorry, I just bumped everything. One of these days, I'm going to send like 12 pizzas your way.
Why is that a problem?
He's like, and I'll eat those 12 pizzas.
You'll have to deny it or pay for them.
Oh no.
No.
Most of the pizza shops around here are like over 3 pizzas. You have to pay up front.
Oh, they're wise to
Yeah.
it. Okay, all right. Don't give me realistic scenarios here. I want to be funny about sending you too many tomato pies.
I mean, I would just freeze what I don't eat and then reheat it. I'm thrifty.
I love cold pizza.
Cold pizza's underrated.
Cold pizza's the next morning cold pizza.
Papa John's
fantastic.
is the best cold chain pizza.
Mm-mm.
No? What is it
Mm-mm.
then?
No, I mean, listen, you got to have like a regular like pizzeria's pizza cold the next day.
Oh, yeah. I'm just talking. Okay, national chain though. Who has the best cold pizza? So we can actually have this discussion instead of you being like, "Nah, Reggiano's is the best pizza in the world." Like, well, I've never had Reggiano's.
All right. So, like the first thing that comes to mind, Pizza Hut isn't too prevalent at this point in time, and I think they're a little too thick and
They're
heavy.
not even good hot.
You got to
The
have
pan pizza is good. Shut your mouth.
stuffed crust. Get out of here.
Okay,
It's
stuffed
awesome.
crust. I'll give you stuffed crust.
Pizza Hut's pan pizza
Yeah,
is
all right.
fire.
Domino's pan is perfect.
Their pan's good.
Their pan's real good, right? So, hand tossed pan. Which one's better cold for Domino's?
Domino's, I would have to say pan is better cold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah.
I like pan better in general. So pan cold, like refrigerator cold, not like sitting out on the counter like cold.
Right, like fridge cold. Pepperoni, ice, like cold.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Papa John's in general, so that's why I
Well,
discounted.
I'm sorry that
quickly.
you're wrong.
I just outside of stuffed crust, I don't
Oh?
like Pizza Hut's crust because it feels in my mouth like a deep fried sponge.
I mean, that's what it is. So,
Yeah.
no, I
mean seriously.
I think Papa John's has the best hand toss though, when it comes to national chain.
I know.
Hmm.
If we ever come out,
How about Little Caesars deep dish?
I have not had Little Caesars since I worked at Taco Bell. Going back to that.
hey man, I'm gonna say this. Little Caesar's been slapping lately. I don't know what they've done, but like the extra most bestest or the deep dish, oh my god.
I mean, I could go for some crazy bread.
It's like
cheese.
it's a definite competitor now if you spend like the $9 on a pizza instead of the $5 one. Like the $5 they're there. They're like, "Hey man, I'm drunk. Let's get some trash pizza."
Yep.
Yeah.
That is it's
But
garbage
if you want
pizza.
a
But then
pie though,
Ooh.
to get the deep dish or the extra most bestest.
Yeah,
Ah.
if you get their actual pizza where you call and order a pizza, it's much better than their hot and ready's for sure. But
it's still on the tier level of like garbage
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
pizza.
of course.
But it's just a better garbage
I mean,
pizza.
there's two places you see a Papa John's, a Little Caesar nowadays, and it's either attached to a gas station or a somehow still open family video. Like, at least around here.
They're just in strip centers here.
The closest one to me is attached to a gas station.
I have a standalone one.
That's
I have a
terrible.
standalone one here in my town.
What? Standalone. I've not seen a standalone. They're not that successful.
Indiana has standalones. It's weird.
Well, in my town, most of the fast food is trash. So like the pizza
Accurate.
places are like heavily sought after. So
Indiana's just also home to a lot of weird stuff. So
oh yeah.
Hey, we have great food here. You leave us alone. Sugar cream pie. You've never had it. You never will, and you'll never know
Oh, wait, how do you know I never will?
because it's barely even known of outside of Indiana. Sugar cream pie.
Well, then I guess I won't take my road trip
I'll
there then.
send you a frozen one if you can't make it down here.
A frozen
Breaded pork tenderloin sandwich.
Oh yeah, lemon shake-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, where do we leave off?
State of Play, VR,
MetaQuest
MetaQuest 3. I know where we're at.
We went on a food tangent. I love it. I love it.
This is a hungry episode or bodily flesh episode.
Oh, it totally is. I had a burrito before we started.
I had Taco Bell before we started. And I have Cajun food for dinner tonight. So
I had some
Yeah.
delicious Italian food.
Ziano's.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
All right, we got off a tangent again already. Food.
We were on the MetaQuest 3.
MetaQuest 3. It seems pretty cool.
Better in every way.
Better in every way. Cheaper than the PlayStation VR 2. And it's not tied to a single console. It's its own device. But you are tied into Facebook and you're giving Facebook money. So buyer beware on that end. Will Facebook still be a company?
If you're just looking to
in 5
enjoy
years?
games, right? Probably.
Probably. But do you trust them with your game library?
Probably not.
There you go. So, but your options for standalone
It's
VR are that.
It's like trusting Nintendo with your library system after system.
Right.
You just can't.
No, the Switch shop will be shut down in 10 years. Guarantee it.
I'm sure, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure that if Facebook or Meta started drowning, they would find a way to still make it work. They would like rebranch off. No, you don't think so?
No, they would give up.
You think they'd be like, okay, well, this is a technology that's working right now. We're just gonna let it die.
They'd rather die and keep the IP and probably sell the IP off and make money that way than to try to stretch along. Zuckerberg will float off into the sunset on his golden parachute and be gone.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like
golden parachutes for everyone except for you.
Except all the workers. Like, but us CEO level, we're good. We're good. But I don't know, because I would love to get into VR. I would love to try it out, but I don't really want to tie it to the PlayStation 5 at this point. And I don't really want to give Facebook, Meta, my credit card information. Like, for one, as much as Facebook has gotten hacked.
I gotta hide my cam real quick, fellas.
All right. So do you think that they're going to be dropping the price of the Quest 2 to $299 for the 128 gigabyte SKU? Do you think that like entices a lot of people to go like, oh, you know what? Let me try this.
I think it could entice a lot of people, but that's just down to the price it was last year.
Okay.
Before they did a price hike.
Oh, I think you mentioned something
Right.
like this. Like they raised the price to lower it.
Yeah, they
Ooh,
raised the price to lower
sneaky.
it when the new model came out.
Sneaky.
Right. So also that the Meta Quest 2, when did that come out? Like 5 years ago now? So do you really want to pay $300 for 5-year-old hardware?
Don't say that. I feel
Okay,
old.
my bad. 4 years. It came out May 21st, 2019.
It's okay. You can tell the truth. I'm old.
No, I'm actually, that was the Meta Quest. What's the Meta Quest 2's release date? Either way, do you want to pay $300 for old hardware? For 3-year-old
No.
hardware? Would you pay $500 for a 3-year-old phone? No. So why would you do it with VR, which is so reliant on its hardware being powerful enough to get good frame rates to not make you sick? Like, and
Lawyered.
And what's gonna happen? You buy a Quest 2 now, like, all right, I'm saving money. It's $299 a year down the line. Meta's like, we are closing the Meta Quest 2 Play Store. We are not refunding any of your purchases, and they will no longer be available for download. Thank you and good night.
Bye-bye.
That was a good Zuckerberg impression. I really liked it.
I wasn't even trying, so damn.
The monotone really sold it.
I should have had reptilian eyes and slightly inhuman behavioral though. But yeah, so VR is in a very weird point where not enough people care about it to make it fruitful for the companies, and the tech's not there to make it appealing to the mass majority. It's still niche. It's still very much enthusiast hardware, even at $299. Most people aren't going to want to do it. So I'm not trying to hate on VR. I think it's a really cool tech, and it's emerging and it's improving. But
I never
do I
wanted
care?
I never wanted to buy it when it was $299 originally, and then when it went up to the $400, I was like, nah, I'll pass.
But now you have another chance to get it at $299.
If I didn't buy it the first time, I'm not going to buy it the second time.
Damn.
And this is what they want you to think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't trust Meta with this stuff, unfortunately, just because, like, when they originally bought Oculus, they were like, we'll never make you change your name, the company name. We'll never have you force sign into Facebook. These are principles we'll stand by.
Day one.
5 years later, it's like renaming the Oculus Quest to the Meta Quest, and Facebook is now required. Cool. And if you use a fake name for your Facebook and we find out, we'll ban your account and not refund your purchases. So, yeah, it's kind of slimy, and it's very much, we like your data, give us your data, thank you for your data.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We know what you were doing in VR chat.
Do you know the way?
Do you know the way?
I mean, that's why, honestly, if you really want to try VR and you have a decent PC, just save the money and get a Valve Index.
Mm-hmm.
Get an HTC Vive.
The Vives
Get one of those devices that connect to your PC and go through the hassle to experience full VR in that sense, like with the power to actually push it right.
Or just get like the old Oculus that still runs some Steam games.
Yeah, but even then, that hardware is starting to get old. The stuff's starting to wear out. If
it's just to try it out, I mean,
to try it out, I just would say ask a friend to borrow one because someone knows someone who has one.
Yeah.
Like, you could find one to try. I did. I tried a Quest 2, and it was cool. Was it cool enough to me be like, I need to go spend $300 right now? No. No, it's like a party game to me. Like, oh yeah, play some Beat Saber, play a few songs. Like, that's really, really fun.
Yeah.
I'm good. It's scratched.
Thanks. I'll come over again and play it when I feel like playing it again.
Right. But that's what I have to say about it. The MetaQuest 3 looks good. It's a good time to jump on if you're that interested. It's finally new hardware. You're no longer buying 2-year-old hardware, 3-year-old hardware. And it's cheaper than the PlayStation VR 2.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
buyer beware. Experience may vary,
Yeah. I still wouldn't probably jump into VR myself.
Yeah.
Me neither. It's not my cup of tea, really. Standing up and playing games, I don't really want to do that.
It's just not there yet for me. Like, so yeah. I think that's, huh?
Oh, you keep going.
No, I don't have anything.
Let's say, do you guys have anything else you guys want to talk about tonight?
Honestly, I think we touched all the bases we wanted to, and everything I want to touch on. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna be excited about the upcoming showcases that are slated for June. Hopefully, I'll be able to, watch them legitimately this year, so that I can speak intelligently to them by the time we host the next cast. So everything is pretty much going to happen between, now as we record this to the next show. So tally it up, boys, because we need to share with the gang, what we're excited for.
I finally have time to start doing stuff again, so I can actually watch that kind of stuff, because I kind of went in blind this week because of that.
Yeah.
Being busy all week.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
It's been
I would say
it's just been a busy couple weeks for me, so.
I mean, personally, I don't know what you guys might be looking forward to the most. But so Summer Game Fest happening June 8th
Mhm.
is something I'd like to pay attention to. I like Devolver, but I might tune out on that and just catch highlights. A future games show on June 10th will be exciting too. And the Xbox Game Showcase and Starfield Direct on June 11th. Those are the things that I'm really looking towards.
Mhm.
Maybe it's slightly dirty of me, but I'm kind of excited for WWDC Monday. I want to see iOS 17. I want to see the next Watch OS. I want to see what the heck Apple's mixed reality headset is. If
That's
that's
on brand for you.
yeah. So I'm gonna watch WWDC Monday.
It's cool. I didn't even know that there was something coming up, so I'll probably watch that myself. Like being in cellular, I always paid attention
Yeah.
to that. And
WWDC's developer conference is Monday, I think, 9 a.m. So 12 p.m. Eastern.
okay,
Mhm.
okay,
And rumor has it, new MacBooks, the mixed reality headset, Watch OS 9, next Mac OS, next iOS, next iPad OS, as they do at WWDC.
Mhm.
yeah,
So I'm excited for that, but that's pretty fanboy niche.
I mean, we all use the products
Yeah.
for the most part. Like one or more of the products. So it's good to keep an eye on that stuff, right? And then you'll be the source of all news.
Yeah, I'll be able to talk about that next recording. Easy.
Mhm.
Mhm. I got nothing
All right.
else. It's my Diablo 4 time now.
Hell yeah.
So outside of Diablo 4, what do we got going on for the next couple weeks, guys? Larry, what do you got going on? At least plan
Diablo 4.
4, just Diablo 4.
That's it. That's it.
What about you, Aaron?
I'm just gonna follow along. Diablo 4. Because
Diablo 4?
I'm gonna start playing Tuesday.
Any streaming from either of you? No.
Nope, I'll be streaming. I've been
Yeah.
streaming some retro games. Last Friday I streamed Jade Cocoon, a classic PlayStation 1
That's right, you did.
JRPG.
Mhm.
I was
And
there.
I'll be continuing playing that weird flute monster capturing merging game. So
Yeah, I'll probably hop on the Diablo 4 bandwagon if
choo choo.
with the horns. Other than that, I'm starting to stream Call of Duty story mode. I started that this morning, and
It was fun hanging out.
It's something I want to do. I don't want to do multiplayer or streams anymore because I lose the interaction with like the audience. So I
Yeah.
don't want to do that kind of stuff on stream anymore. But I will start doing some more story mode games. Other than that, probably chilling out, take some pictures. I got a new lens.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go out and try and
That's
catch
nice.
a picture of the
Yeah, you
moon
did share that.
because it's like this long, and then when I extend it, it's like that long.
That's what she said.
It's a grower, not a shower.
Yeah.
But other than that, nope. Thank you guys for stopping by and listening to us. If you would like to watch us, you could catch the link in the description of this episode on your app of choice. I'm Harry. I'm here with Larry and Aaron. You can catch us
Hi.
on our Discord. Then again, thanks you guys for thanks guys for stop. You got me fucked up, Aaron.
Got him.
I'm trying to keeping a straight face for
All
you.
right. Thank you guys for stopping by. This has been Gamer Sleep. Game on and sleep well.